So how do I build a recruitment brand? How do I build an online following? How do I get people to view my job ads? These are things that I get asked every single day in recruitment because people want to build their brand, whether it's for employer value proposition, to get candidates, to get clients. And how do we do that, right? And I know what you want. I know you want me to stand here and be like, these are the tools you should be on and these are the platforms you should be posting on and post at this time of the day and you'll get these engagements and measure these analytics. That's what you'd love me to tell you. But actually, I'm not going to do that. And I don't think that's the right thing we should be asking because instead of how do I build my brand, we should be asking, how brave are you prepared to be? And do you have enough courage? Do you have enough courage to put as much of yourself out there as you need to actually build something that engages people? That's what you need to ask yourself. Because the actual truth of the matter is, nobody cares. We've reached an all-time state of apathy. People are now in tune with marketing tricks. They know what we're trying to do. I think the latest Harvard study is we consume 10 hours of content a day, and that's more for millennials. We're shown 10,000 links a day, and that's the current state of the world. And we cannot discredit the current state of the world from the talent conversation. People generally go, my business is here, everything that's going on in the world is here, and never the two shall meet. It doesn't actually work like that, right? Because actually, all of this that's going on is going to help us to engage all of these people over here. And how do we make them care when they just don't give a fuck anymore? How do we get them involved when the starting point now is so far back? Your 3 tweets a day is not going to do it. It's just not. Or your blog is not going to do it right now. Tell them stories. Because all stories are points of human connection between us all. Stories is the commonality that we all share. So when I come to you and I'm like, oh my God, you wouldn't believe what happened at lunch. Or my boss did this in the board meeting today. Or this was how my day went. We tell stories every single day. Recruitment is another word for stories. You guys deal in stories every single day. That's all you do. Your commodity is human life. Your commodity is people. That's what you trade in. And behind all those people are all these amazing stories and all these journeys that everyone's come on and all these different things that they have to say. And yet, we don't really say anything about them. And people move jobs because, not just because of nothing, right? No one just says, I've got this great job, I love my boss, I love the culture, I just moved one day. That's not how it goes, that's not why it happens. People move jobs because a catalyst happened, right? So it might look like my boss promised me a promotion, and he said if I did this role for a year, then I would do it. So I worked really long hours, and it put strain on my family relationship, and it put strain on my personal relationship. And then he just said this one thing, and I snapped, and I quit. That sounds realistic. Or I was really happy, and they developed and upskilled me, but then this amazing once-in-a-lifetime opportunity in Africa came up, and I was born in Kenya, and I really want to go to Africa. So me and my wife packed up, and we've gone. That might sound about right. Or my life came crashing down around me and all my perspectives shifted and I didn't know what to do anymore, so I started a business. That's my story. That's why I started a business. Something has to have happened. And there's all these massive life-changing things that are happening behind every single placement you make or every person that you welcome into your business. There are all these hundreds and hundreds of stories that have happened every single day. And what do? We tweet about hiring trends. About, I don't know, CV tips. And then we go, why is our candidates not engaging with us? Because no one gives a shit about your CV tips. And that's the truth of it. It's done, it's bored to life. Or we say, let's publish a blog. And don't get me wrong, blogs are great and wonderful, but there's more to life than a blog. We're better than a blog. We can do more than a blog. We can tell stories in a different way. Or people come to me and they say, I just want to be like Gary Vee. If I got paid every time a marketing or a recruitment professional said that to me. And the only thing that he does is that he's unique. And there's no monopoly on being unique. And that's the beautiful thing about it. And you don't need to be like him. And we also need to change the way we think about content and success. Because people come to me and they say, I want my content to go viral. Why? Why would you put that pressure on your content? Your content is not obligated to change the world. Your content should work for your audience. If that be 20 people and it gets shared by 15 of them, it's a success. But it does need to tell a story, and it does need to be human. Because actually, when I tell you a story and I say things that are really intimate and vulnerable, like my life came crashing down around me and that's why I started a business, you might think, she's crazy. Why would you tell a room of strangers something so personal? But actually, what I've done is I've put something personal out there. I've given you and I an opportunity to connect because I want to connect with you. I've given you an opportunity to say, me too. I had the same experience. I get where she's coming from. So instead of thinking, how do I build my recruitment brand? Ask yourself, how many opportunities are you going to give you and your audience to connect? Thank you.